Hello everyone, I am Aribaskar and welcome back to my channel. How are you all? Today we'll be doing a plan with me video for the month of May. For this month's theme, I decided to go with something that represents the holy month of Ramadan. So, as we usually see in illustrations, cards, and stuff like that, they use lots of lights and lanterns to represent the hustle bustle of Ramzan because in the evening people gather and to break their fast, and these lights and lanterns are used for the decoration. I think it's a very Moroccan inspired style. So yeah, I decided to draw some lanterns and light and also a crescent moon that represents the starting and also the end of Ramadan, as Hijri calendar is based on the cycle of moon as per my understanding. I might be wrong, I don't know. So yeah, for the cover page of May, I sketched out these three beautiful lanterns, and I just found the images of these lanterns on Pinterest and gathered some and drew the one I like the most. So yeah, they are pretty easy to draw if you sketch them first. So I drew them with some string lights hanging above them and some dangling moons and stars. And I know this looks a bit intimidating to draw, but I sketched it out first before going in with my fine liners and colors, and it turned out pretty fine. So you can all easily do this and recreate this spread as well. It's not that hard. That I know it looks hard, but it's not. For the title of May, I drew this like a string of light bulbs, and it says May. And I use this particular style throughout this month's setup. And yeah, that's all for this month's cover page. And yeah, I didn't use a particular one color for this month. I used many of them, a yellow, a green, a blue, pink, and somewhere brown too as well, because I wanted it to look very happy and colorful and joyous, because Ramzan do bring joy to us and I wanted to portray it. So I went in with all the colors that I had and I used them all, and I think it looks kind of good, um, and I'm happy with it. So yeah, that. Left page, I drew this little window with a really Islamic art inspired Arabesque pattern, and through the window you can see the crescent moon in the cloudy night. And below that, I sketched out the code first. And for the code, I went in with my black marker and wrote, "Through patience, great things are accomplished." I wanted to write something related to patience because Ramzan is all about patience and being humble. So yeah, I look up for the quote, and this beautiful quote by Ali alayhi salam came, and I think everyone can relate to it, not just my Muslim fellow. I think everyone can relate to this quote that through patience, great things are accomplished. That's all for the first spread of this month. Moving on to this month's calendar, it's very simple. Just made this rectangular calendar on the left, and on the left there is there is a little space for my YouTube growth tracker and also my monthly goals. And then I also went in and decorated this spread with some clouds on the above, and some dangling lanterns and some lights on below the calendar. And I also made this that same string light title for May, like before I said. Next is our habit tracker and our mood tracker. For habit tracker, I used my same old layout and went in and draw 6 tiny calendars for 6 different habits that I need to track for this month. And then I added some clouds and a moon and few twinkly stars here and there on the bottom of the page. I didn't added lanterns to this page because in the mood tracker you'll see there will be a lot of lanterns, So I decided, I thought that I should reserve to myself to clouds on this one only. And for the titles of the habits, I just filled these rectangles with black, and then went in with my white gel pen to write the titles of the habit that I need to track for this month. I did the same with calendar as well, as you saw. For the mood tracker, I decided to sketch out 31 little lanterns of different shapes and sizes, and I'll color them up every day according to my mood, and it will be pretty colorful by the end of this month, hopefully. So, yeah, that was my idea for the mood tracker. And I think it looks really good. The page filled with a lot of lantern, it reminds me of the streets that have so many lights and lanterns going crisscross. You can search for these lantern illustrations or doodles on Google or on any search engine. You can find a lot of them, and they are pretty easy to make. Next is my namaz and Quran tracker. For namaz tracker, I did the exact same thing as my habit tracker. And the one extra box is for tahajjud, an optional prayer that I'm trying to pray since it's Ramzan, and we all are trying to be better in some way or another. And so, yeah. And on the bottom of the page, I added few more lanterns and some lights dangling from them, and pretty much it for this one. Quran tracker is pretty plain and simple. Nothing much going on, just listed down from 1 to 31, and that's all. And yeah, I went in with my white gel pen, as I forgot to mention the names of prayer. The next spread is a new spread, and it's dedicated to Ramzan. It's a Ramzan goal spread, and it's a very personal one, and I'll be listing 10 goals related to Ramzan and that I want to accomplish this year and this month, like offering full prayers and being habitual of saying Bismillah before starting anything, or learning essential duas, or doing charity, etc. Things like that. Um, so I made some more lanterns on the top of the page, and I wrote the title on the bottom right of the page. Moving on to my expense tracker, same old layout, nothing much to say about it. Yeah, just a table with a date, description of expenses, and whether it's in or out. And that's all for my expense tracker. And on to the final spread. Finally, the weekly spread. For this, I divided each page into 4, so I can have each box for all days of the week, and one extra for my Instagram and YouTube post. And on the top, I added a kind of a header with the same style of dangling lights. On the one end, it says week 19, and on the other, it says May. And in each box I drew one lantern and a black rectangular box, and wrote down the titles of the days of the week with my white pen. And I finished it all off with some top shadows. And yeah, that's all for this month's bullet journal setup. And now the final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments, do you like what I did for this month, and what would you like to do differently? And also please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.